What's up? What's up?
Uh-oh. What's happening? Somebody sounds real clear today, man.
Oh, see, I knew you was getting ready to get started, brother.
No, it really
I knew you was
does. I'm
starting
not,
to get. I see you starting to get started.
you know,
Yes, sir.
you
We
might have
are
had a new
back.
nickname.
What was that?
You might have been a new old nickname. Snap Crackle might have been your your nickname, bro.
Snap crackle pop. Snap crackle pop is over, brother. Snap crackle pop is over, man. I got too much pride and too little time to be messing around with a faulty mixer, man. So
Right.
I am back in business. Thank you guys. What's going on?
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us all local musicians.
Yes. XP. Sorry. Sorry. You
Oh,
changed up your cadence on me, bro. I didn't you sneaked it in, bro. I didn't
I
get
got to
it.
I gotta take a drink, man. I gotta take a drink after that one.
I'm sorry.
That's one of the worst ones ever.
It
You
is.
said something before you even usually it's just the awkward pause. Now we got words in between,
You didn't say it
bro,
last week, bro. You didn't say it, so I was out of practice. The cadence was off, man.
bro, bro. We have well, let's get the house clean out of the
Okay,
way
go ahead.
first. All right. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, share this podcast, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us. Our YouTube numbers are kind of not doing much, but hey, it is kind of what it is. We are going to keep hanging in here. We're just having a good time. We
Yeah,
have been doing this, I guess, in internet world, not very long because it takes a long time, man, for stuff to break through. We're not really worried about that. We think that we are doing a how should we say, man? We're doing a service to the community.
service.
Not, I mean, we're doing a service to ourselves, but we are just trying to
Right.
be a part of everyday Tuesday night life for those who want to be a part of that.
We
Did
have
I
our
did
faithful people, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
yeah,
we definitely have our faithful people, no
yeah.
question. And look like Brad took his crown back, bro.
He took it back, bro. He got in fast
Brad
on that.
came in strong. Brad came in strong tonight. Strong one.
He got in before the promo even started.
I'm not sure if Rich or John. I think Rich was second.
Rich was second.
Okay. So, but Brad coming back, man. Brad
Did
coming
Lamatina
back.
come out to the jam session Monday, bro?
He was there full tilt, bro.
Bro.
He was asking where you were.
I'm gonna have to have talks with Lamatina, man, because
I had I
when you
had
didn't come out,
three drummers that came out, bro.
oh, he had a nice time.
I had three drummers that came out. So
Nice.
yes, yes, yes. So, but listen, you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram, you can
Twitch.
follow us on Twitch. Um, and we gotta up the content on some things. We've got some, I know the YouTube we have I think the last thing that we updated was maybe the Neil Starkey episode. So we've got some new stuff that's going to be planned for the new season coming up here. As a matter of fact, in exactly what, a month and a half, we will be in 2025. Can y'all believe that?
Wow.
2025.
Wow.
So just unbelievable. But we have two things to, I guess you could say, two things to celebrate tonight. First, happy birthday to my man, the one, the only, the New Orleans Stallion.
Not the Italian
I
style.
don't know if you identify. Did we ever identify? Did you ever say if you identify as a Creole though? I don't think you identify as Creole, do you?
Nah, I don't normally do, but I have Creole
Okay,
tendencies.
all right. We call them the Saints, the one
Call
of
me the Creole stallion or whatever. I don't
the
know.
leader of the Saints, the head of the Saints Nation.
Right.
My man Tyrone Jackson. I've known this cat since 1996, seven.
97.
It's right when he was fresh. He was a fresh tenderoni coming into
Fresh.
town.
Fresh.
He was fresh. So
Yeah.
we have been friends and playing together ever since. So
Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it.
man, and why don't you share a little birthday wisdom for the people out there?
Well, first of all, everybody, I don't feel a day past 65, so I'm just telling y'all that right now. I'm not 65. I feel like 64. But anyway, uh,
And
wisdom is embrace being the youngster on a gig because one day you're gonna be the old cat on the gig.
I know that's right.
So, you're a young cat for a reason. You start learning. One day you're gonna be the old cat and you're gonna be ready to give this knowledge away. So, just take your knowledge, take your whipping,
All right.
take what you have, because
All
one day
right.
you'll be giving them out.
Hey man, did you put your cash app in the chat? Because some cats might want to bless you, bro. You got blessed a couple weeks ago, man,
I
by
did.
my man Rollins. He blessed you, so you might want to get
Yeah.
blessed, man.
I don't know,
What's your
man.
cat?
You start going
You
down
know,
that road, you get all kind of doing something strange for a piece of change, bro.
I'm just saying, man. You never know who might want to bless a cat. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, DM me. I got a little scan up there.
You don't want the public. You don't want the public cash app
Oh
out there, man.
no. Oh no.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, the second thing, as my man Tyrone said, is I sound so clear. So we're
Yes.
gonna celebrate this. I
Are you endorsed
finally,
by
I finally, I finally broke down. I'm not endorsed by Behringer, but I mean, is this the cutest monitor you've ever seen in your life, man?
what are we talking about? The equipment or you?
I'm talking about, well, you can talk about both, but I mean, I was actually talking about the equipment. But yes, I look pretty cute in this photo. It's a selfie, but man, is this the cutest mixer that you've ever seen,
That's a
man?
nice little I was looking at the functionality of it. They got a lot of stuff on that bad boy.
Got a little equalizer on it, bro. USB, got the
RCA, 3 RCA joints.
and what's even cooler, man, is it's powered through your laptop, bro. You don't even got a power. I don't even need a power cord for it. So,
Whoa. So this is a
so
new joint. This is like
that's the new
you don't
joint,
have
bro.
to
That's
have,
why that's
I
why I
mean,
sound
like
like I do.
it's the upgraded model.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know because the last one
The
I
other one
had
had a
the
power cord on it, right?
say what?
The other joint had a power cord, right? That you had to
Other
plug in.
joint had a power cord. This one, no power cord. It goes straight
Wow,
into
this
your
sounds so
computer,
clear, man.
and it works off the power of your computer.
Nice.
Pretty
Oh,
amazing.
okay,
Pretty
very good.
amazing.
Step it
So
up.
so if you need a nice little 2 channel, I think it's actually, what is it? It's technically, yeah, it is a 2 channel. Nice little 2 channel joint.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So, all right.
Wow.
Back in business. Back in business. So,
I'm happy you did that, brother, because we didn't want you to be like a pantomiming back there.
hey man, yours dropped last week, so we're gonna see about that
Did
though.
mine drop last week?
It did. It
No,
did.
I usually have internet issues, bro. Who knows that wasn't the internet issue? Shout out to AT&T.
All right. So you got some birthday wishes coming in, man. Everybody giving you
Pretty
the
popular,
birthday
bro.
thumbs up.
Pretty
Birthday
popular,
thumbs up.
bro.
So yes. So we have to acknowledge we man, a lot of the greats are leaving us. And
Yeah.
we're gonna have a show talking about that very subject
Mhm.
of the greats, the people that you've grown up with, all of a sudden now they are leaving us. So we had the great Roy Haynes that left us a couple of weeks ago, when I think the night that we had Brandon on the show, Roy had passed that day. He was 99 years old, still playing the drum. I mean, still playing the heck out of the drums.
Yeah.
And so we're going to definitely give him his flowers and do a tribute to him, as well as another master innovator of that period, the great Lou Donaldson,
Yes.
who I had the the great pleasure of meeting and playing for.
Wow.
Yeah, up in New York City, and
West, West.
with my man Wes Anderson and Mark Rapp. Yes, we had a it was really a Lou Donaldson tribute thing, man. That was super hip, man. It was real hip, and he signed off on it.
Oh, nice.
He
And y'all
loved
did
it.
the organ thing because that was he did a lot of stuff.
That was Dave Ellington. It was Dave when Dave,
Yeah,
myself, and then Wes and Mark. And so we'll have to pull some of those clips out at some point. But we did several shows. But the main one that we did up in New York was at Lincoln Center. We did a
nice.
couple nights up at Lincoln Center. So the passing of those two, we're going to pay homage to those. I was trying to get my man George Flutis, who knows both of those cats intimately. So I was trying to get him on to come on tonight, but he was unavailable. So we're going to do a different get him on to help us talk about those two greats at another time. But we just wanted to pay our respects to two of the innovators and masters of the language that we call jazz. So,
Nice.
and then we had another local legend that passed away just a few days ago, and that was the great John Scatina, who was the owner of Cafe 290. So, man, we got some incredible memories from Cafe 290. We want to do it. We're going to do a show with our brother Joe Gransden, and pull in some other people who a lot of history at Cafe 290. Man, I started playing Cafe 290 I think in 1990 not 99 maybe, or 2000. And I played up there what seemed like it was almost every week for a while, man. What about yourself? I know you have several
Yeah.
several gigs up there.
When you said that there's a lot of history up there, there's a lot of history in those bathrooms too, man. It was like a lot of but it was the place that it never changed, but it was the same way it was when we got there and the same way it left, but
Well, they closed remember it used to be
yeah, it used to be yeah.
they used to have a separate club.
Empty.
I guess you could say it was like a bar.
Right.
That was separate from the club.
Yeah.
And the bar just had like some dartboards and they had some pool tables in there too,
Yeah, pool
maybe.
tables. Yeah, 3
And
pool
that
tables.
thing I think was open till about 3-4, because you used to play at 290 till
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was way back. I think when we started playing it, I think it was maybe till 1 or something like
Yeah, until
that.
he got tired of you, but if you were hanging, he'd keep it open.
Oh, you could hang on the other side until
Yeah.
shoot for as long as you wanted.
Yep. Yep. It was one of those staples, man. And
Mhm.
Anton's House of Blues in Texas, it's renowned. Everybody knew the Cafe 290 and people come out all over the place. I remember before I even got here, you look up and ask people what places to play at or where you go for music. Cafe 290 was one of them,
Yep.
for myriad of styles too, especially
They
jazz.
had they had some contemporary or some smooth
Right.
jazz stuff. They had a straight ahead session that was run by Bill Norman for the longest time. I
Yeah.
know you said did you go up there for that
I
one
did.
time?
I actually played one of them, but I used to go up there to try to seek work, just to like sit in and get people to know who I was.
And then of course the R&B and
Yeah.
man, that was a who's who, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonny Emery used to play up there. Shonda
Yeah.
Corelli,
Everybody.
you know, John Roberts, I think, led
Mhm.
our brother John Roberts, great bass player, I
Bass
think,
player.
led the session up there. He
Yeah.
took over the Sunday session for almost over 20 years, I
Yeah,
believe, man.
craziness.
Your brother Maurice, our brother Maurice White had a night.
Yep. Maurice White at night.
I think that was a Thursday or Wednesday or a
Something
Thursday or
like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
So A lot of history, man.
A
Was
lot of
this? And I think they were pretty much. I don't know if they were 7 nights a week, but they were definitely 5.
yeah, they were real close.
And then Joe, of course, had
Just big band night.
the big band that was on Mondays, and that started after we started Twain, so that had to
Right.
be 08, 09, something like that, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
earlier. I can't remember
Dude, I
exactly.
remember
So
when Joe asked me, he's like, "Man, can you do" he
both
asked you
of
too.
us,
Asked both of us, yeah. "Can y'all do the thing?" I was like, "Man, there's no way this is gonna last." It's
nope,
like, "Nah, man, that's like a big man, 17, 18-piece big man? No, man, no way." And it did. It was crazy.
yep,
So, hey,
it was
uh,
definitely a thing, you know.
yes.
So shout out to John, his family, sending our condolences,
Yeah,
and Joe, and some of the other cats. We're gonna have a show that's dedicated to talking about the history of 290 here coming up in the next couple of weeks. So yeah,
nice.
man. So so we have an interesting show tonight, man, because there's two things.
Yes.
One thing was your idea. The other thing you had no idea I was going to throw it in there, but
I did when I just started laughing as soon as I saw it at the top there.
'cause, I mean, it's a question, man. It's know your role. We're gonna about to break that down, but then we're also gonna break down our cargo shorts still in style, because some people that we know uh still rocking the cargos, man. I don't know
Is it
about that, man. What you think about that, man? Is it
you know, it's giving like vibes of, you know, tools and Lowe's shopping and Home Depot, you know. It's like you do that, man. You know, you're in home improvement stuff, you know?
that's that Home Depot sexy is what you're
Right.
talking about.
Right, right.
Which
It looks
some
like that.
women, man, they
Oh,
that that's what they want. They want a cat that can fix some stuff. So it
right,
may be,
right,
if you sporting the cargos,
right.
it might give off those fixing vibes,
There might
man.
be
Like,
some pheromones involved with them cargo pants, man. We don't know,
yeah,
you know?
if a lady, you walking in the grocery store, you got some cargos on, lady might check you out,
Right, right.
be like, ooh, he look like he can fix some stuff, man. I want to talk to him.
What is that loop
Yeah,
on the side of the pants? The shorts for?
man, man, you can
Is that a
hang all
hammer?
kind of
Is it a
stuff,
hammer?
man. You can. So we actually, I sent a friend of ours a video. We may pull that video up tonight about the and it's called, let me get the title correct. Because I thought it was, it was one of those things where it was very important, but it was the 5 tips to defend yourself
Okay.
for wearing cargo shorts, man, because
Oh,
there's a
wow.
war, so
Wow, okay.
anyway, so we'll deal with that a little bit later on. But
Yes.
first things first,
Yeah.
you brought up an interesting question to me,
Yeah.
and you said, "Where's all the people that just want to play a role in the
Yeah.
music and do
Yeah.
basically what's best for the music?" And because the music is like an engine. There's
Right.
different parts to an engine.
Right.
And I really, because it's funny, because I was thinking about that same thing, just in my head on my own time, and I was like, because I had been on a couple of things where I was like, okay, everybody wants to solo at the same time, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then another friend of ours, buddy of ours, brother Tom Gross, brought up a point. We were talking about blues. He was like, man, he said, where's the bass players that just want to hold it down on the blues?
Oh my goodness.
So, this has been, so it's a thing. It's been a thing with different, I think a lot of cats, especially old, I don't, old school cats, or cats that were brought up in a band environment. They just, you want to ask some questions, man. So, what is the question of, or what's the answer? Know your role. Bill, I love to pull out football analogies and stuff. Bill Belichick always used to talk about, man, do your job.
Yep.
You got 11 cats on the field.
Right. If you
Just
just
do
do
your
your
job. Don't worry about what this cat's doing. I mean,
right,
you know what he's doing, but
right,
you do your job, man. Do your
right.
job. So I think that very much applies to music. So, if we talk about, let's just break it down. Okay, so let's go uh a quartet, a four-piece, just talk about jazz quartet, which could
Yeah.
be, is usually one horn player,
Mm-hmm.
a, upright bass player, a
Right.
drummer, and a piano player. Okay,
Right.
so the roles can change depending on what you're playing. If
Yes.
what it's not like the roles are the same all the freaking time, but depending on what you're playing, we have specific roles. So let's just break it down to the simplest form of the blues. Okay.
Okay.
Can you explain, in your opinion, what are the roles when we're playing the blues as a four-piece, as a quartet?
Well, we can stop with the top down approach. So the horn player is usually the person that's going to play the melody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the person that's out front playing. They're usually going to call the tune because they got to play the melody, right? They're usually going to be the ones that's going to try to sell the song to the audience as well because they're out front. And then you get to the pianist who shores up the harmony, and their primary job is to take care of the harmony and to undergird the melody or whatever the melodic person is doing. So support.
Right. So I was going to say, you can call it right.
Right.
All support.
So then you get to this. Even though it's two people, I consider them as one. So you have the bass and the drums is like the marriage, right? You have to have those two guys or two people thinking as one. And the reason why is because the groove is there. So drums and the bass have to lock up. Now, when I say lock up, that means rhythmically and feel wise, they are on the same page. That's important because if
Okay.
you don't have the feel locked up or the who decides where the beat is, and maybe Chris will talk a little bit more about that, but inside of the music there is another deeper level to playing, which is figuring out where the whole band fits in beat wise. Some people lay back in New Orleans. We have a field that's pulled way back, and then bebop guys, usually New York feel, is right on the cusp of the edge, right? So when we talk about placement of beat, it's a deeper meaning, and hopefully you guys can get it if you know what it's like in the chat. And also when you start listening to deeper, there's this when you're swinging. To me, there's like a whoosh sound. I can't describe it other than like when the drummer and the bass players in sync, you hear whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's how I describe it. I don't think we've ever talked about that, Chris. But when I
Mm-mm.
hear that lock, it's like, and that's all the only way I can identify it, right? So I put those two together because those two people have to be in sync, and there is a navigation of where the beat is. For some people, it's natural. Like I think you and Craig, I don't think y'all have to ever discuss anything. It
Mm-mm.
just happens, right? And but if you interchain one of those parts, it's different. And it's okay. Certain rhythm sections play really share the same philosophy. So
Right.
I think that is the setting of the feel, the pace, and the identity of where the beat is a paramount importance for the drummer and the bass player. That's why I put both of them together.
Interesting. Interesting.
What
I would
about you,
agree with
Craig?
all of that. Oh yeah, I would agree with all of that. What you're, you want to be, as the drummer and the bass player in that kind of situation, you want to be in lockstep,
Right,
right? With
right,
with the other cat. You know, you don't want one cat playing ahead, which one cat's playing ahead, one cat's playing behind. You know, you kind of want to be locked up in that
Right.
because, as you said, you want to support. It's all about building a home, building
Right.
a having a foundation to build whatever building that you want. So, and that can be, I think that can stretch across a lot of different styles of music. If you're playing
Yeah.
rock, if you're playing,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're playing funk, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so one person, or it could be a singer also,
Right. Right.
right? So if so the same thing applies
Right.
if you have a vocalist, but if you have a vocalist, you have to be, I think, even more sensitive to what the vocalist is doing, because some vocalists are they're a little bit softer
Right.
than
Right.
others.
Right.
Some are, a little bit more aggressive, have a little bit more of an edge to them. So
Right. Right.
it's all about, and then you have to what? You have to gauge, right? You have to
Right.
kind of
Right.
gauge, so how do I make this person get to where they're trying to go? I have to
Right.
listen to, because, and you can have dynamics, right? The first part could
Yeah.
be softer, then it builds, whatever. So, but again, it's all about paying attention to the music and knowing what you're supposed to be doing at any given time during a song or a composition. So, and you have to be present for that. You
Yeah.
cannot check out,
No.
right?
No.
If you check out, what happens, dude? Because I mean, I'm talking about you're playing, if you're, man, you playing with cats on a high level, and man, you are asking for disaster, because if you're not, navigating along with those, they will leave you
Well,
immediately.
let's look at that, because we mentioned some things about the role of certain individuals. So
Hmm.
at the bottom basement of anything is your instrument's role. So start at the top again. Horn players, vocalists. If you don't know the melody,
Oh,
you're not fulfilling your role.
it's a ooh.
There's a lot of horn players
So
like to take solos,
what
but
a
they don't know the
point.
bridge to songs.
Wow. How can you solo if you don't know the melody? As a drummer, I'm out.
Right. Right.
If somebody wants me, I'm like, dude, I can't hear the melody. Yeah, of course I could vomit a bunch of notes out, right?
Mhm.
But that's not what I really want to do.
Right.
Now, for some people, they don't care, right?
Right.
But nights, man, if I can't hear the melody,
But that's
I
the
mean, how do
basic
you feel
part.
about that? Like, I mean, if you don't know the
That's your
melody to,
role. That's your role first. Before you do anything else,
on all instruments, right?
yeah, yeah, you have to know the melody. That
Right,
this is the common thread that binds us all, is the melody. And if you go off somewhere, that's the only thing that binds you together, is to know the melody. It is the only distinction of the song. How many songs do we know have the same chord structure but different melodies? It's called the blues, people. The
right,
blues, what differentiates the blues from anything else but the melody? The harmony is the same thing. You can't even sue a person for the harmony. It's not,
right.
you can't copyright chord changes, because there's the blues. So it's a form. And so by the nature of you calling the blues or rhythm changes, which are form-based music, the only thing that differentiates that from one song to the next is the melody. So you have to know that first. And how can we play hits off the melody if we don't know the melody? Second, piano player. You can play all the flashy stuff in the world. If you can't play the correct harmony and know the harmony and know the different substitutions that can happen, you're not ready to play. Because if you're playing the blues, there's substitutions that happen all the time between the bass player and what the melodic instrument is playing. So if you want to know your role, don't wait just till your solo comes up to do stuff.
Ooh, wow.
Your work begins when that first note starts. Is to navigate harmonically what's going on, because the bass player now bridges the gap between you and the drummer. Okay, so you're part of rhythm and you part of harmony. The bass player negotiates both of those things. Now, bass player, the name of your job is in your instrument. Bass. We don't need you to play high notes from time to time. We don't need you to play melodies, counter melodies, and stuff like that. Play the freaking bass. It's in the name of the instrument. Nothing burns me up more than a bass player that doesn't want to play bass. We all know some people like that. That's man.
I'm not gonna leave you out there. I'm just letting you. I'm letting you
Bass
marinate
players,
a little bit.
bass players. Do you know you can really mess up a good vibe if you start speeding up and playing side? Walk down. That's what my mentor told me. Walk down. These bass players go boom, 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 go up. He's like, walk down. Boom, 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 boom. Go to the cellar, bruh. Go to the basement. Don't walk up to the attic. Get out of there. Go down. Drummers. Oh my God. Feel. Feel. Now, that could be even the tuning of your freaking drums. Nothing's worse than a person playing a beat and it sounds like you're hitting on some pieces of paper with a rubber band wrapped around it. Come on, man. Tune your drums. Have a sound. You don't have to have the same sound as everybody else. But man, do you know if you hit one time, it could ring another time? See, cats don't know that.
Okay.
It's called sympathetic frequencies. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, okay, yeah, because we're getting into tone here, so that's a whole nother show. I thought we could actually save that.
Let's go. Yeah, we could. That could be its own show.
That's a whole
feel. What's the groove? What's the feel? Groove.
Right.
And that
okay. Time. Well, again, knowing your role is if they call it if a tune calls for a certain rhythm, you have to know that rhythm.
Right.
I mean, that's on everybody though. That's not just the drummer, but yeah. I mean, go back to the bass because I think, man, there is that's the elephant in the. I think that's the elephant in the room these days is bass players. You hear that nobody wants to play the bass anymore, and drummers aren't far behind. But with drummers, I always have a soft spot because we've been supporting and been the foundation for so long. So if the drummers want to get some, they can go ahead and get some. But it's not always appropriate, right? A lot of times it's just not for the music. But the bass, man. I would take a cat who can only play the root all day long than a bass player who wants to, or who's competing with either the guitar player or the piano or the keyboard player. We can't all be chasing that, because that's what it was. That's what it's like, man. It's like you're chasing a little kid around the room, If you have that, or the cartoons where the Tom is chasing after Jerry. Right. When you're trying to lock a groove in, and the bass player will not do it. It's like you are chasing
Coyote and Roadrunner.
It's like you're like chasing a little kid around. You're chasing a little kid around the room, man.
Come here.
That's what it feels like to me, and it's exhausting.
Bro, what do you do?
Because you like at some point you just like. I've had to take bass players out of my monitor. Just take them out completely.
Wait.
I've told you this, and I've told you this. I would take them out of my monitor.
Oh man!
I don't even want to hear what's going on because you're not trying to play with me. So let me concentrate on something else.
I hate the wafflers. Stop
Well,
waffling.
well, yeah, it's like I was having a conversation with it's like, what's up with all the long notes, bro? I mean, everything is long notes and sustain. From a bass, like that's not really that doesn't sound good on the bass, man,
It's
all the
got to dance,
time.
man.
I mean, the percussive nature, the and so I had to. Well, I was not had to, but I was in a studio session not too long ago. We were
Ooh,
trying to work on this groove, and no, it was all positive,
I
but
got you.
we were trying to work on this groove, and I just pulled up Sex Machine, James
Right.
Brown.
Pull it up all the time.
And I said, okay, I said, let's listen, let's just listen, really listen to what everybody is doing. Okay. And dude, it was a weave of parts. There was nobody that was really playing. The only thing that was playing on top of each other is what? The horns, right?
Right.
The horns are stacking. They're playing on
And
top of
they
each
laid
other.
out a long time. Matter of fact, they were dancing more than they were playing.
Right. But what I'm saying is in terms
Yeah.
of their part,
Harmonic
they're
or
playing
yeah,
to right. They're playing to
yeah,
get
polyphony.
they're
Yeah.
playing right. But the bass was in a different slot. The drums was in another slot. The guitar was
Mhm.
in another slot. Um
The keyboard was in
and
a different spot. Yeah.
yeah, if he has some organ in or whatever. What is there's organ on Sex Machine, right? I think.
No,
So no
just one
organ.
piano
So
part.
just guitar. Yeah, so guitar, bass.
Yeah.
But listening to all those individual it's always an education
Yeah.
because you're like, man, these cats are playing, and it's a little bit busy what they're playing, like,
Oh yeah.
but because they're working together,
Right.
it doesn't. It sounds like a beautiful, like just like this beautiful symphony of musicians working together. I'll go even to another completely different thing. The Rolling Stones. Okay, people, it's a much it may be a little it's a simpler thing, but if you listen to what's going on, it's the same. It's the concept is the same. There's two
Right.
guitars, vocal, bass, drums. Sometimes they'll have piano or they'll have organ, whatever. But for the most part, the guitars are weaving, making they're not playing the same thing. They have different things that they're playing. You listen to the rhythm section. You listen to Mick Jagger. Everybody kind of has their own kind of space going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even it is a simpler form of music, but that's why it works because those cats understand what the concept is. Okay, so
Right.
so it doesn't really matter what the style of music is. If you listen to Afro-Cuban music, what's going
Yeah.
on, man? Everything there's a groove. If things are working together, people are playing parts,
Yeah.
right?
If you listen to classical
Um,
music, same way.
right.
Same thing.
If you listen to what something complex, fusion,
Yeah. Yeah.
where people think, oh, it's just a free for all of notes. No, it's not.
No.
Go listen to, especially if you listen to like Return to Forever, Mahavishnu Orchestra,
Yeah.
Billy Cobham. Go listen to that stuff. Yes, of course, the music is um, it's a more expressive style of playing because yes, these cats are playing a lot of notes. But listen to what the drums are. Listen to the rhythm section. Listen to the keys. There's still parts in there. So
Right.
the roles are there's always a role, man, and uh I think we've gotten away from, I don't know why it's changed, maybe because I think there's a lack of history that's going on. There's a lack of understanding what you're really trying to play. Um
I
you're guessing. Are people
have a
guessing
different
at
take.
stuff?
I have a different take.
Okay.
I think, and it goes beyond music. I think that people label certain things as boring, certain approaches as not hip,
Mhm.
certain things as not in the
Mhm.
limelight. And I've thought about this in terms of basketball, right? So there was this player named AC Green played for the Lakers. one of the longest playing. I think he played
Oh
7
man, I know exactly where you're going.
Right. So,
Wow.
do you have a picture of that, Falgu? Can you put that up there? So,
Hopefully, it's the
AC
one with the curl. Was he? Did he have?
yes, hopefully you
He
got
had
that one. So, the thing is with AC Green, he was a rebounder. There he is right
yes,
there
with the curl. That's all I
with
need
the
to
curl.
see.
He see what he's doing right now wasn't even what he was known for.
Right.
What he was known for was rebound, rebounding the basketball. So I thought about that in today's game with analytics and stuff, where they're figuring out where all the points are going to come from. What you don't see in analytics is the value of a person playing a role. Now, you may see in analytics that if AC Green is on the floor, they tend to win more games, right? But the qualitative response is, why is that? Because AC Green wasn't worried about scoring the ball. He would score every now and then, but his primary job, his role, if you will, was to study the backboard, how the ball came off it, and rebound. His protege of sorts, or the in the lineage, is Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say it had Michael Jordan didn't have Dennis Rodman on that team, they wouldn't have won the next two championships they had, because that's how important his role is. But today, just to be a rebounder seemingly is not enough. Right there he is. Oh, he's fighting another really good rebounder, Horace Grant, in that picture. So
Mm-hmm.
that job, to me, Chris, and to the listening public, is, lax. People don't see any glory and guts in that. And a bass player, like you said, just playing the bass and just playing a good feel and not soloing and not playing whatever, it's lackluster. It's not shiny. It's not seen as important. It seems boring. I mean, most times a good bass player didn't even talk on a gig. You didn't even know what the cat's thoughts were on the gig. They come just do their job. And so I think now, to be a plumber makes no sense to people until you have to fix a leak and find out how much plumbers charge and how important they are. And
Right.
so a good bass player may command more money than the person that you think is the lead guy. Or a great drummer that gives you a good feel. If you can get that drummer, that's gonna make the whole band sound better. I think the drums are the most important thing with controlling whether a band sounds great or good. Because you can have a great piano player, is not going to affect, it's just only going to illuminate their part. But the drummer, especially, man, if that feel is great and they play with great time and great pocket and stuff like that, it's gonna make the whole band sound better. Know how sucky the other people were in there.
So let me ask you this question. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
You've had how many projects in your career? I mean,
I'd
I don't
say
need an exact number, but
four or
a
five.
lot.
Yeah,
Okay. I've had how many? Okay.
yeah,
Several, right?
right.
Anybody that you talk to that has had a band or even a business, if you talk to people
Yeah,
that are great business, business minds, have run a lot of different businesses, what they will tell you is, I need certain people in certain roles in
yeah,
for that situation. If now you couldn't use the same personnel in all your projects because your projects are different.
right.
So that's not to put down anybody that's played with
No,
you or played with me or played with Miles or Stevie or whatever. You're choosing people based on what? Okay, I need a cat that can do this.
right,
You
right.
know, um he's great, man, but he's too busy for this kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love him. I love him if for something else,
Right,
but
right, right, right.
for this thing, I need somebody that's just going to stay home,
Yeah, yeah. And
because
isn't
I
that a
got
rule
other.
though? That's a rule that we have, one of those unwritten rules. Somebody has to stay home, right? Everybody can't solo at the same time and stuff. Somebody has to stay home.
There's a lot of people out there that would
Yep.
challenge your, yeah, that would beg to defer you
Yeah, and
that
and they
statement.
play like that too. Those
But
people who challenge it, that's how they
yeah,
play.
But I mean, yeah, even in the busiest situations, somebody has to
That's a role.
be
You're
somebody
designated
has to
driver.
be the foundation. Otherwise, now I'm not an expert in, especially like when it comes to, Indian classical music or
Yeah,
but so I'm not quite sure, but what the roles are for them. But I checked out that stuff enough to know like it it seems like there's somebody that's I don't know if it's the drone or whatever you want, but there's
right,
somebody
right. That holds everything together.
that's consistent, that's
Yeah,
holding it together. I think if you go into, like, as we talked a little bit about Afro-Cuban music, which can sound like an octopus is playing, right? You
right,
got
right.
8 different parts going on, but they're relying on something, which is normally the clave
Suave.
there's something that's holding everything together that tells everybody, okay, this is where the middle of whatever it is that we're playing
And the
is. So,
clave fits the melody. You choose the
mhm,
clave based on the melodic framework. So there you go, right there. If the clave is holding everything together, then what's important is how it fits with the melody. And
mhm,
so that's the lock thing. But if you didn't know that and didn't know your role and you want to play all this stuff that you thought was glorious, right? And I think that's the problem. I think that we get too bored or we identify with a job being or a task being too menial,
mm,
right? I mean, how many times you hear somebody say, "Give the bass player some, or give the drummer some"? That should be a
mhm.
compliment if they say, "Give the drummer some," because if he's locking it in, if you never have to say, "Give the drummer some," that means the drummer is taking taking everything, bro. You know, nobody would say, "Give the drummer some," but
Right.
it's just
But some
it,
cats, man, they don't want none.
they
You
don't
know,
want it. Yeah,
I'm not a guy, dude. Look, I like about 1 out of every 20 solos that I play, but
right.
man, I will stay home all day. I mean, I love that. I'll interact with
Yes,
other people, but after I'm like, man, I already said what I got to say with supporting my people. I don't really
right.
need, but that's a whole nother conversation too. But just in terms of, like, yeah, I mean, sometimes, man, especially if again, it depends on like what kind of stuff you're playing. If you're playing dance music,
Yeah,
which not just like R&B dance or disco or
yeah,
house or whatever, but I mean like salsa music or anything where it's about the dancer, right?
yeah.
Man, everybody's staying home, man.
Everybody.
That's the because that's what the job is,
Even when
you
you
know.
compose and play house music as a DJ, everything is 120 BPM. You're not deviating from that. Everybody knows you got to do that. And Rich made an excellent point about the film business because I witnessed a guy who was a heavy drinker, and the producer said producer said, "I would have got rid of him a long time ago, but he has the steadiest hands on the camera I ever seen in my life."
Got rid of
And he's like,
right.
that dude could hold that camera and he knew his job. He's like, man, I got rid of him a long time ago. He's like, but he's got the steadiest hands in the business. And when it's time for a Zoom, whatever, he's just perfect with. He's like, that's his role. He doesn't try to do anything else. He doesn't try to run and get the money shot, all that kind of stuff.
Right. We got another comment,
Okay.
Brian, from John Lamatina, who was talking about the Basie band
Oh yeah.
and Gene Harris, and their bands were like teams that knew their roles.
Yeah.
They knew
Yeah.
how to swing. Swing is a groove. It's
Yeah.
it's well, I'm not going to go there
Like I
tonight,
was saying
but
that whoosh sound, but you have some iconic duos. Well, trios for a matter of fact. We always think about the horn player like the Miles Davis groups, but that first great quintet included Philly Joe Jones, Paul Chambers, and Wynton Kelly, right?
mhm,
And they
mhm,
there was a reason why they got the call. And then the next great quintet was a reason why it was Ron Carter, Herbie Hancock, and Tony Williams. Right. And I don't think that we focus on that variable enough. Like,
Well,
why
but
do they?
imagine this. Let me throw this at you. Let me throw this
Mhm.
at because Bruce, what's up, Bruce? Bruce
Oh,
Pulver is asking for some examples, right?
yeah.
So, can you imagine um, Tony Williams and Paul Chambers? If you flip,
Oh, yeah. That would be so
okay,
different.
and you're asking for. It's like,
That's
oh
crazy.
wow, how would that even? How
Yeah, the
would that have?
philosophy changes. The philosophy and the roles change. But
So
yeah,
Elvin and Jimmy Garrison,
yes.
you hear certain cats, they're just certain things
And
that just
McCoy.
it's like
Put
what,
McCoy in there
chocolate and
because he
peanut
played a
butter,
totally
right?
different style than regular piano players. So with that group, that power, for that matter, Kenny Kirkland, Tane Watts, and who was
Robert
the
Hurst.
Hurst, yeah. That's just like the philosophy, and that's what I'm talking about is the shared philosophy that everybody has to know what their role is to be able to
Right,
accomplish that type of greatness.
right, right. I mean, there's many examples of, in the rock idiom,
Oh
John
yeah,
Bonham and John
uh,
Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin, or
yeah,
you have a lot of different examples of rhythm sections that, man, if you put a different person in with a different guy, you're it's going to be a completely different thing. So
rappers and DJs. It's the same thing. Back in the day, rappers and DJs, you had to pair the right cast together.
they had to pair the right cats, man. And man, we've heard super groups that were it was a fail because they just didn't have the synergy, man. They didn't
Right,
have the connection. You see a lot
right,
of that stuff, man. Like usually it's just like a money grab, right? Oh, we're gonna
yeah,
put so and so with so and so because they got the name record. But man, in the music sound, it doesn't sound good because they don't know how to play with each other, man.
right,
So
right.
but to tie up, I think we've hit on some real great parts of this. We could go on and on with the roles, but I think from my opinion, and we'll get your closing opinion on roles
Mhm.
is, man, don't be afraid to be just part of. You don't have to be the music. You have to be part of the music.
Right.
You see this in gospel a lot. Gospel's changed so much, and I'm not all music. It changes through the years. But there's certain things where it's like even as a cat that loves fusion and odd me all this different stuff, man. I just don't like music where the drummer is soloing through the whole song. I'm like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's cool for about 30 seconds, and then it's like, okay, where are we, and what else do we have? So
Mhm.
play a role that makes the music sound great, and that also does what it's and you're also supporting others. You're making somebody else sound good.
Yeah.
That should be your main goal, I think, as a musician, is to make your fellow musicians sound better than they are.
Yeah.
What's your closing? What do you
My
think?
closing thing is here's another caveat that we probably haven't thought about too. Know your role, business and hierarchy wise. And that can change from group to group. But if you're the leader, that's one role. Where do you fit in coming underneath that? All right. So
Mm,
sometimes second in command is a very important role. The person who's right underneath the leader who say, hey man, it's getting close to time, whatever. But not
hmm
overdoing it or telling other cats, hey man, we've been talking back here a lot. I think we need to get close to the stage, whatever.
Right,
Or if the leader forgets somebody's name, you say, hey man, can you go ask them their name? What's that person's name right there?
right.
That
Which I
person,
right, right,
and then the person who just who's quiet and just support, just do whatever. Hey, okay, what do you want to do? Not the cat who's always like, well, if you ask me, this is what Nobody's asking you. Know your role. Sit there, play drums, whatever. But now, if you're the MD, sometimes that fluctuates, right? You've been MDs on gigs that I've
Mm-hmm.
been on. I've been an
Mm-hmm.
MD on a gig, and I've been a sideman, and I know
Mm-hmm.
what my role is. And sometimes you got to be reminded because sometimes you're in the MD role so much that you got to renegotiate how to be a sideman again and fall to the back.
Well, you and I are that's an because we've sort of been that second in command on each other's gigs,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So part of that is what? Is part of it is court gesture because you
Right.
get to get the other cat back for for getting you on the last gig,
Right. Right.
but it's also making sure that the cat's got a bunch of stuff to think of that you're kind of like making
Right.
sure that other things are going smoothly and you're trying
Right.
to help out where you can, but you're not trying to necessarily take over the gig, which is
Right.
what you're
Right.
saying.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Sometimes being support, not being a diva on a gig. There's times where you need to be a diva. Don't get me wrong. But you just got to know what your place is, what your role is in that. And I remember we were coming back from New Orleans. A hurricane was about to hit. We're going to stay overnight, but a hurricane was going to hit. Man, we were driving. You were sick as a dog.
mm-hmm.
Got to the point, I think we got to Montgomery. We had been playing the gig, driving all night. I don't know what you must recognize. What you woke up, you're like, bruh, give me the keys, bruh. Pull over right here.
That's right.
I was dead dog tired, bruh.
Right.
And you drove us
Right.
all the way in, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't believe
Right.
we just did this full day of events." But
Right.
what if you didn't do that, bro? We wouldn't even be here because I would have fallen asleep at the wheel, something, bro.
Well, but again, if you're only thinking about yourself,
Right, right,
which is, I mean, I guess there's a time and a place for that, which is another topic,
time and a place.
a time and a place. But there's other times where it's like, hey, you have to be a part of the situation and you try to get in and help out where you can.
Mhm.
So all that being said, man, good topic. If you got any comments, questions, let us know. We got some nice feedback in the chat.
Right.
And again, because I think it applies to different to different situations. It can be in business, it can be in music, it can be in the movies, it can be in friendship, it could be in a lot of different stuff, man.
I see Tia Ricks in here. I'm curious to see what's their perception of the roles of the musicians of a jazz band when they come to sing.
Ooh. Well, that's interesting because Tia plays bass too.
Right,
So
right, exactly, exactly.
yeah, Tia, if you want to give us your thoughts, we're gonna move on
To
to
a peculiar subject matter, but yeah.
well, yeah, it just stuff comes up, man. Stuff comes up, and people post pictures and stuff, and they
You're kind of
forget,
sure of these type of
but
moments.
they forget, yeah, but they forget that your boy is lurking, bro. They forget that your boy is lurking, and I'm always looking for, I'm always in the search, man, to blow somebody up, man. I'm always in the search, man.
And
So,
this is not a piano player that's playing with
well, do you want to? I could pull up the picture that actually
is the impetus for this
um
conversation?
the impetus for this conversation.
Okay. Yes.
Uh,
Okay. There we go. Now let's look at these. Examine that for a second.
well, hang on a second.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
well actually look up. Let's see. Hang on. Nope. Sorry. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna show you. I was just, man, as you do, you sometimes you just get on Facebook, man, you kind of browsing around
Right.
and
It's a lot of pockets.
stuff just kind of comes up uh and it makes you kind of go, you know.
Yeah.
So uh it seems like I had it. Hang on a second.
This is serious because your picture even changed quality on this.
What did I do? Hang on.
Got a little grainy. Supposed to be some high and stuff that you got here.
Wait a second, man. Hey, that's not right, man. Somebody's playing games because I know. Hang on.
Who's playing
I
games,
know.
bro?
Here it is. All right. All right. I got you. So I was just kind of browsing and yeah, for some reason the gods are there it is. Okay, now we're good. All right. So I was just browsing and I cropped something out of there's a bigger photo, but this will give you an idea of what exactly caught my attention
Okay.
right quick, you know. And it was this one right here. Okay, so
I knew it was
what
going.
I noticed was these are two people that we both know,
Yeah.
and one of them on the right is your fellow producer, and
He's playing guitar.
that's your producer, man.
I know, but this is I haven't seen this light of him.
You didn't know.
I
Oh, so
didn't know.
yeah. So
No,
he been holding out on you, bro. He been holding
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
about to put this
he
whole
played a little
screen
six
maybe.
string, man. He
Okay.
plays a little six string, man. He played a little six string.
Is he a lefty?
Well,
Or is that the picture
no,
just
he's a
flipped
righty.
around? Okay.
Oh, well, hold up. I was trying to blow it up, you know.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Look at all those
Can you
pockets.
see
Now,
it?
what kind of shoes are those? What are those?
Well, that's what
Shoes.
that was the impetus is you know who the guy on the left is, right?
Oh yeah, this is a footman.
Yeah, Foot. Now, he just commented that this is 9 years old, but that's not really the point because I know he still has these shorts. So my question was, are cargo shorts, are they still in style, man? That's all I want to know, man. Because
Okay, so
cats
can I
love the pockets, man. You see the pockets, man. They can put extra stuff. They can put,
that's
you can put
exactly
your
it.
you
Utility,
could put a
bro.
beer in here. You could put your phone. You could put your little you put your Swiss Army knife, man. You can, and then on the side, man, if you go to a, you might go out to a little concert or something like that, man. Get you something that you can put your Subway sandwich, man, in one of these pockets right here. And then you
Right.
can put your drink in the other, so the it's very comfortable for cats that want a lot of stuff.
Oh, there you go. This is where Bruce Wayne turns into Batman, bro. See, you got all your utility slots and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got your little nerve gas that you can put in there.
Well,
And the
but you
other
know what
pocket.
the cargo short is a child of the cargo pant,
Pants.
right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So the cargo pant was originally was originally for military
Yes,
use, right? Where the
yes,
cats, you can have all the have a lot of stuff together. So, but then it
right.
quickly changed, and the child was born out of the cargo pant we call the cargo shorts. So now you still
Right.
see cats. As a matter of fact, I saw a cat last night with them on. Had them on at the session. Had some cargo shorts. Getting
Now
cold
wait.
outside, man, but it's getting cold, but they don't care. They
So,
are
somebody else put something in the chat, bro. And I got to push back against this chat.
they are absolutely.
Can I show this?
It
Yeah.
kind of depends on who wears them. If Brad Pitt wears them, then they are definitely
Y'all are
in.
not watching
Okay.
Brad Pitt for that.
Uh,
Either.
okay.
Come on,
Okay.
man.
So I see there's favoritism.
That's the
Sigwell.
oh,
Sigwell, I have weed pocket I have a weed pocket. Oh, a weed. So is that a hidden pocket
pocket for
though?
weed.
Is
Yes.
that is that a hidden pocket, Sigwell, or is that
That's
is it visible? Because that's the thing, man. You can have like
cargo
pockets
pants.
inside of pockets with the
Exactly.
cargos.
Cargo pants. But it definitely gives a certain persona, man. So is it in style?
Uh, That's what I'm asking.
Maintenance apparel. Maybe it gives like
When's the last
I'm
time
doing work.
I've seen you with the cargo pant on, bro? I've seen you with the
Oh, me?
cargo short. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't seen me on a gig with a cargo pants.
No,
Though.
no,
No.
but I'm just saying, I seen you rock the cargo short, bro.
Let
I
me tell
seen
you
you
why,
rock.
bro. Because
Okay,
I've been married for 25 years now, brother.
okay. What that got to do with it?
It's got to do with your
You got your
wife.
prenuptials in there and everything.
Your
You got your
wife
you
signs off.
can't
Your wife
you got
signs
your
off like, honey, you look real good today. You are, baby? Yeah, you do. Look how your shirt is tucked in into those pants shorts like that.
can't tuck the shirt in with the cargos, man. Oh, that's that's
Because
definitely
women
like,
know if they know you start dressing sexier, bro, something's going on. Immediately they know something's going on. But you got those
oh,
cargo joints on.
okay,
That's faithful, bro. That's faithful, dog. Faithful.
okay,
Can't wear no skinny
okay,
jeans, bro. If I come out there with
okay,
some skinny jeans, well, what are you
okay.
wearing? What are you wearing?
Hey, you might have them piano player shorts on, bro. You know
That's
what I'm talking.
them thighs high
The
to the
hoochies, the hoochies,
thighs
the
high
hoochies, the
through the
hoochies,
sky.
hoochies,
The Gucci daddies.
showing all them thighs, bro. Showing them
Well,
all.
if I ever showed up on a piano like that, you know that'll be my last days playing,
I
bro.
was like, what?
All the top is covered up, man. The thighs high, bro.
But that's one thing. The cargo shorts, they good and long too, man. So
It comes
you
up to
know,
the ashy knees. There, it comes up the knees.
yeah. Well, you get where's the Falgu had the ones that were below the knee
And it
with
has
the
a little string
with
around
the
them. You saw the string
crazy
joint?
multiple pocket. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
They have
So
little string things around the crease of the leg, so you can tie it up if you need to. I guess if you
so
wade in a Florida swamp or something, I don't know.
I mean, it could come in handy though. It make
Come
it
in
come in
handy, bro.
handy. You know. So we haven't gotten much of a yay or nay. We had
Can we get to Pod's picture again? Because I
a
want to see the pairing of those
pod
shorts with
picture.
that shirt.
You want pod picture? Let me
Yeah,
see.
because that shirt, that shirt says functional with those cargo pants. Because might be party at the bottom, business at the top.
Let's see.
Might be a little mullet wise. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Let me see, man. I don't know if hold up.
But remember,
Uh-oh.
it looked like a little olive branch. It was you extended to people.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, let's pull that up again.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, look at that shirt.
Well, I know he still got that shirt because I seen it. I don't know.
Pod, this is some get back, bro.
I don't know.
Falgu comes out to the gig. He's cordial, man. He's nice. Asks you how you doing. First thing you do is examine the cat.
I'm not sure if Pod, I think, was an extra on this. I think he snuck up there to do a little background BVGs, bro. Little BVGs or BGVs.
Oh, really?
I said BVGs. That's Brian Van Gorder. BGVs,
yeah.
background vocals. But anyway,
your boy
I don't
Sig
want. We'll take account.
Your boy Sig must be up there too, bro. Sig is.
You said
Sig is talking about. That's a linen shirt. Not throwing it away until it falls off me.
Linen shirt, man. We gotta take him to D and K, bro. Show him get him some real linen shit. Get him. Anyway, so
wait. You said that I wore cargo. I've seen you with cargo pants too. I see you with cargo pants. Yes, and sandals. You got the real relaxed vibe, bro.
Not with the sandals, bro. Well, you mean with the flip flops, bro?
Flip flops, yes.
I have guilty
with the little flip flops, bro. Looking like you were Key West.
I got the flip. I got the flips on right now, bro. Shoot. But hey, I'm even going to admit it. I have one pair. I have some camouflage ones. Bro.
Me too. I got some camouflage ones. That's my last.
I can't let them go, man. They just too. They come in handy, man. You put your wallet in there. I don't like stuff like in my back pocket. I hate that feeling.
Right.
But I got one pair. I still have one pair. What about you now?
I do. I got a camouflage.
You got more than one? You got more than one?
I got some. I got another pair somewhere, but it's deep, deep, deep in the closet. It never comes out.
Okay.
I don't know why I haven't thrown them out or converted them to a rag or anything, but yeah, I still got something in there. But I got the camouflage joints. I do. Got them.
All right. So,
And look,
you know,
in the summertime when you're walking around, got to do your honeydew list and go outside and stuff. Those extra pockets come in handy, bro.
man, especially you got your phone, you got your
Oh,
keys,
I
you
was
got
about to
your,
say that phone in the deep pocket, bro.
it's nice. That's all
Yeah,
I can say. It's
couple of screws and
nice.
stuff in there that you have to, you stay there and put the screws in the
Yeah,
pocket, bro.
yeah, yeah. You go
Yeah.
to the hardware store, man. You got it.
But I don't know if Pod is working like that though. But we'll see. That might be a
Nah.
fashion statement for him.
I think it's more fashion. Yeah,
Watch, he's gonna
I
come to
think
your
it's
next gig with some cargo pants on, bro. It's gonna be 35 degrees, bro. He's gonna make a point.
man. Anyway, thank you guys. We had a lot of fun tonight. You can drop us a line on your at my age, my closet is filled with skin. John, I'm going down that road with you, buddy. I got a nice pair, man. Skechers, bro.
Me too.
Slip-on joints, bro.
How many?
It's like after a while, man. But they still stylish and stuff.
Yeah,
But Skechers, man. They doing some real nice things over there, man.
how many compression socks do you have, bro? Do you have any
I ain't got
compression
no
socks?
compression. No, I have no compression. Only I
Five.
used to. I used to have like if I was on the plane or something in my.
Yeah.
But since I got my sodium down and exercise, I don't. That's all. I don't even deal with that anymore, man.
Pod, where's your copper fits, bro? You got some copper infused joints?
We should do a show. How much stuff have you ordered off the television?
Yes.
How much stuff have you ordered off the television, man? All right.
It'll get you, bro.
No question. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Had a lot of fun. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and become a part of the community, man. We're going to do a 290 show coming up here in the next couple of weeks, where we're going to talk about the historic club, Cafe 290, and reminisce a little bit.
Katina.
Yeah, about the great man. He was always a cat. He was a friend of the musician, man. I'm gonna tell you that, bro.
He was.
That cat. I don't remember a night ever that I played there where he wasn't there, man.
Yeah, he was there.
He would usually come late.
Yeah.
He would come late, and he would talk to all the cats. It didn't matter if he didn't know you, if he knew you. Hey man, how you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, it was always a cool thing with John. So
right.
So it's all love. But we'll talk to Joe Granston, our brother Joe, and we'll get that all taken care of and get that show happening in the next couple of weeks, man.
Beautiful.
So all right. Anything else, man?
Gigs,
no gigs.
Gigs?
I'm all private, bro. I got all corporate stuff, man.
I got
coming
one,
up this week.
Red Light Cafe, 11:30. Red Light Cafe.
Oh yeah, you get your flyer for that, man? You got to put your flyer up, bro.
Shoot. I can get it.
You want to get it and put it up, throw it up right quick?
Yeah. Falgu, can you find it? Yeah, Falgu's getting it. So, are you at where are you at Wednesday?
Tomorrow I am
out.
I am not at. I have some other stuff going on.
Okay, cool.
Tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, it's that season, bro. It's that season.
Yeah. So
Napoleon's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at Napoleon, so it should be good. Me, you.
So we'll be there. Yeah. So we'll be there Monday. Something else.
Wednesday, I'm at Red Light. The Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, I'm at Red Light with Gordon Vernick to Jazz Jam.
Okay.
Yeah,
that should be packed and popping that night because Thanksgiving is the following day. There it is.
Saturday, November 30th. Gig starts at 8 o'clock. $15 in advance. If you're going to go out, I might bring a special gift for you. If you still have a CD player, just let you know.
Okay.
So I'll have a little special gift for some people if you guys come out. Look, you're gonna be eating turkey the next couple of days and stuff. You're gonna need to get out the house. So just come on out, hang out with your boy, hear some good music. If you play an instrument, whatever, we'll may have a segment where you can sit in and join us if you can play, if you can hang. But we got
I like that.
Larry Wilson on drums, Kelly McCarty on bass, Patrick Arthur guitar, myself and Lava High on vocals. So it's gonna be a nice time, man. We're gonna get into some stuff. The FTMO from the mind of.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be creating on the spot, man, with some stuff. So,
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I'll be taking care of some other business that night, brother.
I understand. You got the call first, though, bro. I'll just make
I
it
know
known.
that. Oh, I know, man. And if it was under any other circumstances, but you understand this one, don't you?
I definitely do. But you owe me a favor, bro. When
okay,
coffee beans,
I got you.
I'm gonna need a cup of coffee, bro.
All right, I got you. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and I wish I could be Chuck Woolery and say that we'll be back in 2 and 2, but we'll be back in approximately
2 days before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to try to do some. I can't. It's too late right now. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody, and thank you. And we will see you guys next week.